Hello everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. 60andMe is a community for women who are over 60 and living the best life they can in this time of their lives. And we talk about all kinds of things here on 60andMe relating to relationships and family. We travel, healthcare and beauty, skincare, all kinds of topics. And one of the things that I don't talk about very much because I'm not an expert in the world of healthcare and nutrition. But today I want to share with you an article that was written by one of our bloggers. Her name is Joy Stevenson Laws. Now, Joy works for a company that is a non-profit educational organization to help people live healthier lives. And they do a lot of research on different aspects of health, including nutrition and well-being. And this article was about the relationship between stress and nutrition for women over 60. And it's a really good article, and I would encourage you to read it. Now, it's got a lot of information in it that, obviously I'm not going to cover in this chat. But first thing I have to say, of course, is that if you are making changes to your health and your diet, consult with your doctor. This is not medical advice, even though I'm going to mention vitamins and some nutritional conversation. Just be aware that this is not medical advice. It's just me chatting about what I think might be helpful. And in this article, Joy talks about 7 things that it's useful to know about the relationship between stress and nutrition. Now, we've got lots of stress, right? I mean, this is not a very calm time in our lives, probably, and we've got lots of conflicting emotions, not just in our own world, giving up jobs and children leaving home and family challenges, but we've also got, financial issues. We've got just healthcare, just changing, our bodies changing, wrinkles, skincare issues, just a growing, life as we get into our 60s and 70s. And also we've got a world that is in a bit of chaos, and it seems to never be, changing. It seems to be constant, something different, something new. So we all have our mechanisms for coping. And I think that this is super important, actually, that we need those. It's okay. And when I'm talking about, eating what you might consider junk food or comfort food, it's not a bad thing if that helps you to get through the day. I mean, we've all got to have our way that we cope. And some people have a drink, some people smoke, some people, we've got to find a way because it's hard. Some people do more healthy management of their stress with, exercise and meditation, maybe some dance or hobbies, things that just take your mind from the stress and put you in a good framework. But a lot of people turn to food. I mean, food doesn't question anything, right? I mean, it's just like, come here and eat me and all will be well. But there's a science behind it. And I think that's what Joy talks about, which is very interesting. And that is, when you are stressed, you just are immediately jumping into the fight or flight mode. Your body just wants you to be safe. That's what your brain does. It protects you. And so when you're feeling stressed for any reason at all, your body just says, prepare, fight, or, get out of here, run. And in any case, it's thinking of, more dangerous situations, but it's still the same chemical reaction in your body, fight or flight. And so basically when your body is trying to, help you to get ready to fight or fly, it's taking all the nutrients it can from your body to help with the things that are going to help, muscles and heart and this cardiovascular system. And so your digestion and those kinds of parts of your body are the last thing that your brain allocates nutrition and resources to. So stress in general just makes your body less efficient because it's really focused on that one thing of escape or fighting. So stress does impact nutrition. That's the first thing that I think we need to kind of come to grips with. So the stress hormones that go through your body when you're in that fight and flight are actually sometimes leading you to unhealthy foods. Because what's going to give you the most energy in the very, very short term? Sugar. Sugar is going to give you a lot of, energy to run or to fight. And your brain doesn't say, okay, guys, we're going to have a little challenge here. Let's just go get a nice green salad. Your brain doesn't care about salads. It doesn't care about healthy food. It just cares about saving your life or helping you cope. So the other thing that it does, that's the first thing. So the second thing it does is it uses up stress uses up stores of your nutrients. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier, that when you are in a stressful situation, going into a job you don't like, or dealing with a family crisis, or running out of money, or any stress, your body immediately is going to start sucking those nutrients out of the places of your body that, that your body feels it doesn't need. And so in a way, it depletes you of some of the minerals. We'll talk about like some specifics in a second, like copper and zinc and some of those things your body needs as you get older to actually, give you a strong immune system. But if your body is sucking all the good nutrients out just to keep you dealing with that stress, that's the thing. So the third thing is about digestion, and I mentioned it earlier that your brain allocates the minerals and your nutrition in your body to the things to help you live, and it doesn't really care about digesting food. So as a result, stress can really impact your digestion. And I never really thought about it in this way. Well, I knew, for example, cortisol is a hormone that is generated by stress, and that gives you like that tummy that you all love. But it doesn't. It in turn in your gut, it doesn't give you the nutrients to process the food and to digest the food quickly, efficiently. It's being used up for the stress. Your stress hormones are just pulling the life out of it. So what does this mean? Well, it means that in addition to like the vitamins that you need, like magnesium and B and C, all these minerals that are vitamins that our body thrives on, it also takes the things that are really stress reducers, like I mentioned, copper and zinc. And I make sure I get this right. Zinc apparently is really, really good for boomers and for antioxidant powers for your immune system. I remember during the beginning of COVID, I remember reading somewhere about zinc being a really good vitamin to take to help your immune system to fight off any illness. And I did start taking it, and well, touch wood, and as like many of you, I was spared right now until now. I haven't had it, but I thought those were important minerals to add to my diet. The other thing that actually happens, which I think is really important, is that your blood sugar goes up. When you're stressed and you're not able to get some of those minerals like the probiotics and the stomach bacteria, your stress level goes up and your blood sugar rises, and we all know where that goes. So if you have a high blood pressure, high blood pressure too, and blood sugar, you're going to have a propensity to diabetes or pre-diabetic situation. And also if you have diabetes, because millions of people do, you can manage it pretty well if you don't keep increasing those spikes of blood sugar. And you can actually, do that by, it goes all the way back to stress and nutrition, eating well, exercising, doing things that are going to keep those nutrients in your body and not spinning out on dealing with stress hormones. So let's look at some of the replacing the nutrients that stress depletes. I was just going to read this a little bit because I want to make sure I get it right, because these are the nutrients that are sucked out of your body when you don't have, when you're stressed and not dealing with it. B vitamins are taken away. And those are things like meat, eggs, dairy products, seeds, dark leafy vegetables. Also, magnesium gets drained, and magnesium is really good for your immune system. But chocolate, hope is here. Dark chocolate, only dark, 80-90% dark chocolate, good for magnesium. And that's also like nuts, avocados, fatty fish. Those are how you can replace these nutrients. Also, vitamin C is drained, and that's, of course, you can get that in oranges or citrus fruits. Broccoli. I never thought about broccoli having vitamin C in it, but it does. Leafy greens again, tomatoes. I haven't had a tomato in a really long time. I don't know why, but zinc again. Zinc is the one I mentioned, and it gets zapped out of your body if you're putting too much stress on it. Your body will pull zinc from its stores, and you can then replace those with, again, dairy, legumes like lentils. Those types of things are really super good for replacing those ones that are drained. And finally, and by the way, as I said, all this is in the article by Joy, is that if you want to add some nutrients, to just give you a little boost to sort of get in front of the stress attack, you can try things like the ones I mentioned a little earlier, like copper, the oysters, when was the last time I had an oyster? Seeds, leafy greens, antioxidants, again, like dark chocolate, blueberries, anything purple, cranberries. You can add vitamin D supplements, or just have the foods like milk and so on that are enhanced with vitamin D, or just get out into the sun. I mean, that's a really good one. And then finally, omega-3 acids. Fatty acids are super good for combating and dealing with stress in your body. Tuna, sardines, fatty fish, really, really good. Seeds. I think I get a lot of omega. I love fish of all kinds, so that's good. And then finally, avoid the following. White flour, you know what I'm going to say. White flour, sugar, processed food, fast food. We know what they are because they don't have any nutrition in them. They're processed to the point of, no nutrition. So just think of a couple of things you might do. Joy talks about going to a doctor and getting nutrition tested. I didn't realize this, but they can actually test the stress level in your body. So if it's something that, if you're feeling like you're just overwhelmed by something and you're just not dealing with it, and you're maybe eating unhealthy foods or just not taking care, maybe go to the doctor and ask if you can have it's called a nutrient level. You can have it tested, or your stress level. So how much stress do you have in your life right now? How are you doing? I hope that you're okay. I know this is tough. And I mean, all the notes I can read here and all the suggestions I can make all boil down to, just trying to get ahead of that stress. But I hope by explaining how some of this works, how your brain operates to help you deal with stress, and how that affects your nutrition in your body, and how you can adapt and improve and, fight back. I hope it's been useful. It certainly was for me, reading this article and learning as you do. So take really good care, everybody. Tell us about your stress level right now. How are you doing? And what's your favorite technique? What do you do to calm yourself down? Hope that you're doing well. Take really, really good care.